In 1990s, a few of our schoolmates, we always took picture together, and also we traveled together. Most of us were using FM2 camera. We always talked about the Nikon camera and the Nikon lens, something blah blah, and we never felt bored at the time. We even used the slide film Ektachrome to series compare the difference between Nikon lens and the Carl Zeiss lens. Of course, the conclusion was Nikon's better, more sharper. We just young. We didn't like the subtle and a little bit low contrast that Zeiss lens shows. That painter I was mentioned in the last video, he always wanted the perfect picture. He wanted to take a perfect picture. And one time, very interesting, I saw him. He put the FM2 camera on the tripod and very seriously to compose the frame. What he wanted was a piece of white cloud just as the background, and in the meantime some birds just stop on the roof. Also have some people just going onto the frame on the bottom of the frame. He want to take like this, and you know what? When the people's in the frame, in his viewfinders, but the birds flies away. And when the birds just were there, but the people has gone. After he waited for a long time, finally he pressed the shutter impatiently and took a picture with no bird, no people, just the cloud was still there. That was a very happy time. Men's always happy before they get married. That's right. After the 2000, I was busy with works and family. I was less time to take pictures. But once I went out on a trip, I always brought my Nikon FM2 with one lens, and also some black-white film like Ilford. The FM2 is not as steady as people think. Especially the light meter is very easy to damaged. My two body, they all have been damaged, the light meters. One time it was very interesting. I was traveled in Japan, and in the Kurashiki, the very old city, and the very beautiful city, which was near the Hiroshima, and my FM2 fell to the ground, and the light meter stopped working. Then at the night, I back to the hotel, and I threw the camera was very hard on the hotel room's bed. You know what? The light meter was come back. I has been using the FM2 camera until 2010, and then I switched to the Leica camera. However, the Leica's reliability is not better than the Nikon FM2, I feel. Definitely not as good as the Nikon F3. The Nikon F3's hand feel was the top level of all 35mm SLR camera. The Leica's quiet shutter sound is unmatched by Nikon camera. Moreover, the beauty of Leica camera is the kind that seems ordinary at first looks, but it will look more and more beautiful over time. Looking at the Leica M6, that is a beauty that cannot be explained. It is so simple and elegant, low profile and calm, without any unnecessary, just like the German language. Although I don't know any German language at all, but it is my favorite voice. I don't know why. I really enjoy that kind of voice with a trace oldness, a little bit of firmness and rationality. I don't know why.